and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be ranking the Sims 4 worlds. First we have Batuu from the Journey to Batuu pack, and this is quite controversial for a lot of people because it is the most hated Sims 4 pack. And I'm very conflicted because I do not own the Batuu pack. I am against it in concept. However, I have been to Batuu in the Disneyland park and it was so cool. I really liked it. So I am very uncertain about where to put it because if based on the world, I would say it's in my faves because I love it. It looks really cool. However, I feel like I have a duty to put it in Begone. So I think I'm going to average it out and put it in fine, I guess. And I've just realized I haven't really gone through the tiers. So at the top, we have my faves. So it's pretty self-explanatory. They're my faves. Then we have second, pretty good, because I quite like them. They're not super amazing, but they're pretty good. In the middle, fine, I guess. Like, I don't really care about them. Then here, kind of lower down, we've got Eliza can live here. Like, I'm not going to burn the world down, but Eliza can say that, I guess. I don't really like Eliza. You might have been able to tell. I don't know. And then right at the bottom, Begone. I am banishing this world. I never want to see it again. So that's my little ranking. So next we have Brindleton Bay from the Cats and Dogs expansion pack, and I love this world. It is definitely going in my faves because ever since I've been playing this game, pretty much from the start of me playing with it, I got cats and dogs, and I love this world. I would always have my Sims live on the big 64x64 lot with the beach front, and it was pretty cool. I said they had a private beach, and I used to pretend that the island in this world was their private island. Now, Brightchester is a tiny world, but it is very beautiful, and it does have both of the universities in it. And I am a very big fan of the university pack. It's one of my favorite packs overall because I just love playing with university. But the world really isn't very good. So I think I'm going to put it in Eliza can live here because, like, there are 2 lots that a Sim can live in, I'm pretty sure, and it's not great. Now, Del Sol Valley is really pretty, and it has a really pretty icon, which really draws me to it. I love the sunset and the purple city. It's really gorgeous. But in practice, it's quite annoying to live there because there aren't very many lots. Most of them are community lots, and also they all have really bad lighting. So I think I'm going to put it in fine, I guess. Now, next on the list is Copperdale, and I really like Copperdale because it has the Ferris wheel, it has the cuddle cart, and it has all these kind of like rides and stuff, and that's really fun. I wish they would do that more in worlds. I think they should really fill up the worlds with all these kind of rabbit hole little things to make them seem more lively. So I'm a big fan of Copperdale. It's going to go in pretty good. Next, we have Evergreen Harbour from Eco Lifestyle, and Evergreen Harbour is so cool. I love how the world can change, so it's definitely going up in my faves. Forgotten Hollow. I love Forgotten Hollow, but it's just way too small. It's tiny. If they made Forgotten Hollow bigger, it would definitely be in my faves. But sadly, it is tiny, so it's going to have to go in pretty good because it's really not big enough. Now, Glimmerbrook is very similar. It suffers the same fate as Forgotten Hollow, where I love it, but it's tiny. Luckily, it does have the hidden world, which I'm counting as part of it, so I'm going to still put it in pretty good, but I'm going to put it ahead of the other 2 because I just think it's better than the other 2. It's so beautiful. I'm not a fan of Granite Falls, so I think it should just go away because if you're not good enough to be a residential world, then what's even the point? Who cares about Granite Falls? Granite Falls actually sucks. There's no point to it. Like, why can't Sims live there? They should update it so that you can make it into a residential world. Granite Falls just needs to go away. I hate it so much. Headford on Bagley is amazing. I love it. So beautiful. I love the little snail maze thing. Amazing. Magnolia Promenade. I think we all know where it belongs. Now, Moonwood Mill, another amazing world. I think The Sims 4 really does very well with the worlds. They're all so beautiful. And also, in a lot of the recent packs, they've been very immersive. There are lots of different rabbit holes and things that you can do in the world. So this has the secret tunnels. It also has, there's like a kind of flower that you can grow, I think, on like a mountain or something. I haven't really looked into that, but I do know there is a flower and it blooms like once a month or something special. I think. Maybe I'm making that up. Maybe I dreamt it or something, but I'm pretty sure that's real. And it's just a cool world. I like occults. You may be able to tell from my ranking, I'm a very big fan of occult Sims. So Moonwood Mill, the Werewolf pack, just amazing. Now, Mount Komorebi. Very beautiful. I like how there's snow, but that's a bit controversial because they give snow without the seasons pack, and so like it's a bit of a weird thing. But it's very dead there. If you go to Mount Komorebi, there are literally no Sims walking around. It's like a ghost town. It's really spooky. So I think I'm gonna put it in Eliza can live there because it's just not that great. It's pretty, and all the builds in there are very pretty, but it's just empty and it's kind of depressing to go there. I'll put it ahead of Bridechester, but it's just kind of depressing whenever I go there. Newcrest is also very controversial because it's empty. And you may be noticing there are a lot of controversial packs in this game. And this didn't come with a pack, it's in the base game. But there's so many controversies in The Sims. It's actually so funny. Like, you wouldn't expect there to be as many controversies in a game like this as there is. But this game has so many controversies. It's wild. But yeah, Newcrest is very unpopular, but I am a big fan of Newcrest. I love Newcrest. So it's going in fine, I guess, because, well, when I say I love it, I don't really love it. I just think it's useful. Because sometimes I don't really want to build something to go in my world. I just want to build something that I'll use once and not check in again. So I put it in Newcrest because I don't really do much in Newcrest. And also sometimes if I want to completely start a world from scratch, that's really good. And if I'm making townies, I can make them live in Newcrest without disrupting my other townies. So it's really good. I like Newcrest quite a lot, but it is a lot of work. So fine, I guess, I think. Now, Oasis Springs. I love Oasis Springs. You have the secret Forgotten Grotto, which is very beautiful in Oasis Springs if you have level 10 handiness. It's just a pretty good world. It comes with the base game, so it's going to go in pretty good. Now, San Myshuno, another very, very good world. It's gorgeous, and I love the apartment system. I think the apartments are very fun. I forgot to mention earlier, Evergreen Harbour, very cool because it has apartments in it, and it's so fun having apartments. And also I love the festivals that you get in this world, so I think it's pretty high up there, but it's not one of my favorites, so I'm going to put it at the top of pretty good. Selva Dorada. I think it's better than Granite Falls, but it's also not that great because you can't live there. Like, what is the point of a world if I can't live there? The vacation worlds are so pointless, so I'm putting it in Begone. I don't care about the vacation worlds. I'll put it at the top of Begone because it is better than Granite Falls and Magnolia Promenade, which isn't even a vacation world. Wait, is it? I don't know. No, it isn't. That's just a useless world. That shouldn't even exist. I love Strangerville. It is actually one of my favorite worlds. I'm not joking. Strangerville is so much fun to play with, in my opinion. I love Strangerville. And I feel like I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying that because so many people despise it. It's definitely an acquired taste because you kind of need to fix the world if you're trying to play it for casual gameplay because you can never have all the spores flying around and the mother plant taking everyone's brains over. But once you get rid of that, it's a really cute world. And also I really enjoy the kind of apocalyptic version of the world where you get into stage 3 of the Strangerville mystery. I think it's so fun seeing all the spores flying around. It's really cool and the weather looks amazing. So I'm a really big fan of Strangerville, the pack, the mystery, and the world. Next is Sulani, the most beautiful world in the game. However, it is pretty pointless because there's not really much gameplay in the Island Living pack as a whole. And so there's not really much you can do in Sulani. You can kind of sail around, you can talk to dolphins, I guess, but the environment part of it is pretty shallow, especially compared to Eco Lifestyle. Evergreen Harbour is what Sulani wanted to be. And I think I'm just disappointed with Sulani. It would have been so cool if it had a secret world like Glimmerbrook did. Most people feel that the mermaids just weren't very fleshed out, but if they had their own world, that would be pretty cool. It's a very empty pack, and I think it shows through the world, so I'm going to give it fine, I guess. Even though it's so beautiful, it's just really boring to live there. And also, the weather's so horrible. If you live in Sulani, it rains every day, and it actually sucks. It's not just kind of like little pathetic, like it's drizzling a bit. It's torrential and it makes your game lag so much. I hate it. Next is Tartosa, which is another really beautiful world, but very boring. You can go to the wedding shop thing, but it's empty. It's so spooky. It's like Mount Komorebi where no one is there, and it's really creepy. It's like being in a ghost town. So Eliza can live there because I feel like she'd appreciate how no one is there to annoy her. Next is Willow Creek, and Willow Creek is iconic. The very first world everyone starts with, unless you're feeling quirky and decide to go for Oasis Springs, but Willow Creek is just iconic. So I've got to put it in pretty good because I mean, like, it's got the Sylvan Glade in it, which I love. That's everyone's first Sims secret that they discover, Sylvan Glade. Pretty iconic. And I just think you can't go wrong with Willow Creek. You've got Bella Goth, you've got the icon, Eliza Pancakes, which I know I hate her, but I mean, we can't deny how iconic she is. And Willow Creek is just, it was a time to be alive when Willow Creek was one of your only options. And next on the list, we have Windenburg, and Windenburg is definitely one of my favorites. It is the biggest world in the game. You have so many community lots. You have the pools, the discos, there's also the Bluffs Island, and you also have the Loch Ness Monster, who is called Emily. She's my name, and I love it so much. I love Windenburg. I need to play in it more because I don't really play in it very often, but it's a very good world. Next is San Sequoia, and I like San Sequoia because I predicted the pack that it came with, and I knew it would be a San Francisco inspired world. So I feel connected to it, but then also it's not that great of a world. It has the cool water park things, which I do really like, but then also it's so empty, and it does have a cinema as well. So I think it's definitely at least in pretty good, but it's empty. A lot of these later worlds have been really empty, and it's kind of creepy. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to put it in pretty good because even though I like it a lot, it's just kind of lacking that fullness that you see in a lot of the earlier worlds because it's so empty. It's really freaky. We have Chestnut Ridge, and I like that it has the cave. The cave is pretty fun. I think it ranks pretty highly. I think it's in pretty good because I quite like the kind of like deserty mountain range thing because in the UK we don't really have that a lot, so it's quite exciting to see worlds that look like that. So, you know, I've ranked all the desert worlds fairly highly. Finally, we have Tomarang, which is also a very cool world. I think this one did defeat the emptiness curse, but I don't know, I haven't played it with it, really, to be honest. But this pack was so glitchy, and the apartments that came in this pack, which are the kind of, they're not apartments, they're like, I don't even know what they're called. They're like rental things. They are very glitchy. So most of this world you can't really play with because all the lots are rentals. They're not called rentals. I don't know what they're called, but you can't really play with it. So it's not great. I think I'm going to have to put it in fine, I guess, because even though the world is cool, you can't really play in it because all the lots are bugged, and you can go in yourself and change them, but I'm kind of judging from just how it is when you initially start. Also, they stopped using game changers to build the worlds, which is kind of confusing. Why did they stop using simmers to build the worlds? I don't really know why they did that. So that is my full tier list of the worlds. Please leave your thoughts on my rankings because I feel like a lot of them were quite controversial. So tell me what you think and leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe or share it with a friend. Thank you for watching and goodbye!